My Rolls-Royce sat like a king in a parking lot, and Karen, the self-appointed queen of petty power, decided it was her day to dethrone it. Her tow truck's claw hovered like a vulture, ready to gut my car for a $12 parking fine I'd already paid. I sprinted across the lot, my heart pounding as I saw her scribbling on her clipboard, her peroxide blonde bob bouncing with smug authority. "Stop!" I shouted, waving my phone with the payment receipt. Karen didn't flinch. "Rules are rules, honey," she snapped, her voice dripping with condescension. "Your fancy car doesn't get a free pass." The tow truck's engine roared, and my $400,000 Phantom lurched forward, scraping against the curb. A crowd gathered, phones out, recording the spectacle. I felt my blood boil. This wasn't just about a car. It was about her need to dominate, to humiliate. I'm Marcus, a tech CEO who clawed my way up from nothing. My Rolls was a symbol, not just of wealth, but of every late night, every risk, every doubter I'd silenced. Karen, a parking enforcement officer with a chip on her shoulder, saw it as a target. She didn't know who she was messing with. "You're towing a paid-up car," I said, voice steady but sharp. "Check the system." She smirked, tossing her clipboard onto the truck's dash. "System's down." My call. The chain tightened, and a sickening crunch echoed as my car's bumper kissed the tow hook. The crowd gasped. My vision blurred with rage. This was war. Karen's petty power trip had just cost me a $20,000 repair bill, and I wasn't about to let her walk away. I called my lawyer, who arrived in minutes, armed with digital receipts and a court order to halt the tow. Karen's face fell as the tow truck driver unhooked my car, muttering apologies. But she doubled down, jabbing a finger at me. "You rich types think you own the world," she spat. "This lot's my turf." I leaned in, voice low. "You just made this personal." The fallout was swift. My lawyer dug into Karen's record. Turns out, she'd been fleecing drivers for months, towing cars with valid permits to hit her quota. I didn't just want her fired. I wanted her to feel the weight of her actions. My company, Apex Innovations, was launching a new division for urban logistics, including parking solutions. I saw an opportunity. I filed a complaint with the city, and Karen's supervisor, desperate to avoid a lawsuit, offered a deal, her job for my silence. But I had a better idea. I hired her, not out of kindness, but strategy. Karen showed up at Apex's sleek headquarters, her bravado gone, replaced by a nervous twitch. I gave her a low-level data entry role, reporting to me. "You'll learn how systems actually work," I told her, gesturing to the monitors tracking city parking data. "No more playing God with people's lives." She nodded, eyes down, the weight of her mistakes sinking in. For weeks, she slogged through spreadsheets, her old swagger buried under the hum of fluorescent lights. I watched her closely, not out of spite, but to see if she'd break or grow. The counterattack wasn't just about Karen. I used her case to expose the city's broken parking enforcement system. Apex rolled out a new app, syncing payments with real-time data to prevent wrongful tows. The media ate it up. Headlines screamed about the CEO who turned a personal grudge into public good. Karen's face was plastered online, the poster child for petty tyranny. She hated it, but she stayed, clocking in daily, her pride chipped away with every keystroke. The end came quietly, but it stung. Karen approached my office one evening, her face softer, almost human. "I was wrong," she said, voice barely above a whisper. "I thought I was in control, but I was just angry." I nodded, saying nothing. She'd learned something, but the damage was done. My Rolls was back, gleaming, but the scar on its bumper remained a reminder of her hubris. Karen kept her job, but she'd never hold power again. I'd won, not by crushing her, but by building something better from her mess. The city was safer, my company was stronger, and Karen? She was just another employee, humbled by the system she once abused.